Isang magandang biyernes sa inyong lahat. Ito po ang November 19, 2021 edition ng The Stock Market Today. At 36 days na lang, Pasko na. Ito po ang inyong lingkod, Benji Chadoro. Ako po ay isang retired bank officer na nagsimula mag-invest sa Philippine stock market in 2007. And I do this report every day, which I started August of last year. I also report the latest news on your favorite and most active stocks. If you like the content, I invite you to subscribe to my channel. If you have stocks in mind that you want reviewed, please comment on the comment box and I will prioritize. Ang ating financial news ay tungkol sa Meralco. Kasama po ang ating financial headlines at ang resulta ng trading sa ating PSE ngayong araw, November 19, 2021, dito lamang sa The Stock Market Today. Okay, so let's start with our financial headlines. In the macro news, BSP leaves policy rates unchanged. By the way, this is courtesy of BDO Securities. Government-private spending may bolster 2022 GDP growth. GDP is gross domestic product. MER earmarks 76 billion pesos capex for renewable energy. This is our main news. ACEN wind farm begins operation in Vietnam, and SEB ramps up flights to 6 domestic destinations. And finally, FILRT to grow portfolio with 3 office buildings. So this is from the business world. One Meralco allots 76 billion for renewable energy projects. One Meralco, the group of companies led by Manila Electric Company, is allocating an estimated 76 billion for renewable energy projects to transition to cleaner energy in 10 years. Jaime T. Azurin, President and Chief Executive Officer of Meralco Unit Meralco Power Gen Corp., made the statement in his speech at the Conference of the Electric Power Supply Industry on Thursday. With the estimated capital requirement of around 76 billion, sustainability in power generation needs board attention and full commitment to support this huge capital investment, Mr. Azurin said. He said the group is developing renewable energy projects with a total energy capacity of 1,500 megawatts in 7 years. Of this, the first is a 55 megawatt solar power plant in Bulacan, which started operations in May this year. Mr. Azurin added that the group is now also building a 78 megawatt solar plant in Baras, Rizal, which is set to be completed in September next year. He added that the group is also negotiating for solar plants in Isabela, Nueva Ecija, and Ilocos Norte, and is eyeing hydro and wind power. So that's our news for the day. On solar energy, everybody, well, most of our power companies are shifting to cleaner energy, which is more sustainable than the coal and traditional energy that we have, diesel and gasoline. Okay, so let's now go to the PSE, but before we do that, may I just acknowledge some of the comments here of our dear subscribers. So here we have from Joe Org, sir, question about UPB dividend stock of 25%. Do you have any idea what's the price after the stock dilution? Okay, kung titingnan po natin si UPB, ay meron po siyang nagkaroon po siya ng stock dividend, 25%. Now, normally, let me get my, okay, I prepared some Excel file here. Now, if there is a 25 stock div, then you get more shares. Pero what happens before that kasi is that normally the authorized capital stock of the company increases, ano? Or they get approval to increase. Kung hindi pa na-use up or hindi pa na-issue yung shares, they use that up. But if fully issued, yung authorized capital stock ay ginamit at fully issued, they have to increase, ano? In which case, I would assume that UPB got approval to increase their authorized capital stock, and they should get that from the SEC and BSP. Kasi dalawa po regulator niya eh. SEC is for the corporate, BSP is for the bank proper, no? Bank sector. Ngayon, meron pong 25% stock dividends si UPB. And ang pinakatanong po ni Joe Org is that ano pong mangyayari, no? If UPB issued has a stock dividend of 25%, what will happen to the price of the stock after the dividend is declared? Now, let's see, no? Kasi if you have originally 100 shares and UPB is, for example, priced at 95, your value there would be 9,500, no? 95 times 100, you get the value of the stock. When the dividend is declared, the stock dividend, you increase your shares by 25% or 25 shares, and you get more shares now. However, what happens is that hindi nagbabago po yung value. It's still 9.5. No? Assuming that everything is equal and nothing significant happens. No? So 9.5 pa rin siya, but what will happen is that the price of the stock, you have more shares for the same value. So anong mangyayari dyan? How much will the price be? So you divide the value by the number of shares after the stock dividend, you get 76 pesos, more or less. More or less po yan, no? Kasi fluid po kasi ang stock exchange eh. Minsan 95, nag-fluctuate po yan based on sentiment, supply and demand, etc. Now that you have more shares issued but no additional value is added, then the price of the stock would go down. Also, the dividend per share would also go down. But ang upside naman yan is that meron kang room to go up, di ba? The stock has room for an upside potential. May upside potential po yan. Kasi bumaba po yung shares not because of market sentiment, but because you just added more shares and more shares are given to the public. Yan po ang aking sagot. Okay, so maraming po salamat sa inyong mga tanong. And then there is another question here. Let's go back to... Okay. So sabi dito, sir, please include KEEPR in your review today. Okay, we'll do that. Unahin po natin si KEEPR kasi listing date niya today. So let's now go to the Philippine Stock Exchange and the Philippine Stock Exchange Index. Okay, the PSE Index lost 18.77 points or almost flat. 0.26% down to end at 7280.67. However, our indicators are still under the candlestick, in which our short-term indicator, the EMA20, is serving as a support, but actually the real support here is EMA50. So akala ko kanina bababa dito sa EMA50, but before the EMA50 it went up again, but it still ended in the red, almost flat at 18.77 points, down from the previous day's closing. The all-share index also lost 1.41% or 55.59 points. The sectoral indices ended mixed. Properties and services were in the green, but ended almost flat also. However, the financials, holding companies, industrials, and mining also lost. And the loser was led by mining at 2.84% down. Now, we will be reviewing the following stocks. KEEPR po, requested po ito. Then, tingnan natin si MER, ACEN, SEB, FILRT, and GLOW. Tingnan po natin si GLOW. So, we will be reviewing 6 stocks in today's technical analysis. Okay, let's start with KEEPR. Listing date is today. Baka katulad din to ni... Ay, hindi natin makita yung candlestick. Napakaliit. Kasi the last price on July 7, it closed at 12.82, no? Nung Da Vinci pa siya. But now, it opened at 165. By the way, the IPO is 1 peso 50 centavos, ano? And bago mag-IPO yan, nung nag-IPO yan, ay halos wala kang mabiling shares dahil oversubscribed po siya. In fact, kahit po yung local small investors, actually, na-cut po tayo dyan eh. We ordered, say, halimbawa, example lang to, no? If I ordered 1 million, I'll just be given 10% of that, or 100,000. Ganun po ka-tindi yung demand for keepers. Perhaps, probably most of us wanted to earn a fast back out of it, no? Pero it opened at 165, still higher than the IPO price of 150. So kung tutuusin po, it gained almost 20 centavos. That's 19 over 150. So kung computein po natin yan, so 19 divided by 150. So that's 12.7% up. No? So malaki rin ang tinaas from the IPO price of 150. Pero hindi po natin makita yung candlestick, ano? It's just very small, but yung volume niya ay napakalaki. So mukhang yung iba dito ay nag-profit taking, ano? So meron man supply and demand dito. And most of you siguro would be selling at the ceiling of 225, ano? 225 would be the ceiling because the exchange stops trading if the price of the stock reaches 50% of the opening price. Okay? More or less, 50% of the opening price ang ceiling niya, no? Or about 225, 230 po yung ceiling po ni Monde, or ni KEEPR rather. So yan po. And we couldn't make out the candlestick similar to SGP, no? So wala, halos pantay-pantay ang tingin ko dyan eh. At from here, ay bumaba siya dito because nga the IPO price is just 150 compared to the last closing price on June 7, which was at 12.82. So it's still finding its equilibrium price. And 169 is the closing price for the day. Okay? Then si Meralco naman, tignan natin. Si Meralco I ended with 300. Uy, it's up. Wow, nag-surge, ha? Sorry. I'm looking at the 30-day, 30-minute. Okay, so nag-recover siya. Yung recovery po si Meralco, nagkaroon siya ng bounce dito po sa EMA 20. EMA 20 is at 296. So, from here, bumaba po siya. The closing price yesterday was 295, but it surged today. And in general po, ang ating stock ay bullish. Ang RSI po ay mataas, no? Higher than midpoint, that's 56.14. And it continues to move upwards in general, with the MA100 acting as support. Yung lower support po is MA100. The higher support is MA50 at 293. MA100 is 289. So, yan po si Meralco, and it continues to move upwards. And maganda naman po ang fundamentals ni Meralco. In fact, kung titingnan po natin yung target price po ni BDO Securities. Ang target price po niya is 270 or about a 25% upside. Yun po ang Meralco. And then ACEN or ACEN, yan. Uy, bumaba si ACEN. With EMA, let's put EMA 50 as the support here. But it's still consolidating. Pero magaganda po ang projects ni ACEN, ha? Magaganda po siya. Tingnan nyo po, itong 20-day exponential, which is our short-term indicator, is about to cross the candlestick. Meaning, pagka nag-cross po yan, bumaba po yung candlestick natin dito, the price becomes lower, then we are on a bearish trend in the short term. Pero, about to cross pa lang po ito. Dahil yung next support level ay nasa EMA 50 po at 1148. When I talk of support and resistance, these are not exact points but these are areas. Ngayon, yung RSI po ni ACEN is bearish. 47 to 48 po ang RSI, which is a bit below medium, the midpoint, which makes it a bit bearish. Pero, ko-consolidate pa po ito in general, ano? At yan po si ACEN or ACEN with support or resistance rather here at mga 1270 po ang resistance level ni ACEN. But this is a good stock and this is good for long-term investment. And then Cebu Pacific, ito yung airline that is supposed to recover. Yan. Actually, nagiging bullish na po si Cebu Pacific based doon sa ating mga indicators, ano? Kasi po, yung ating short-term indicator, which is the orange line, yung 20-day, crossed over the 50-day exponential here at this point, October 29, which makes the stock bullish on the short and medium term. And then, yung long-term indicator natin, yung 100 days, is about to cross it crossed the short-term indicator on November 8, and it's about to cross the medium-term indicator today, November 19. Kasi po ang bullish po niyan, ang bullish formation po niyan ay ganito. Immediately below the candlestick is our 20-day. Next, this is followed by our 50-day and the 100-day. Ang bearish naman po kabaliktaran. Immediately above is the orange, then the medium, then the long term. Ito nagiging bullish uli siya. Kasi pagka pumasok siya sa ilalim, itong black na ito, nasa gitna po yung blue at nasa itaas po, right under the candlestick, yung orange ay bullish na po yung ating stock. Ngayon, RSI is already bullish at 59.65. So, yan po ang aking take sa Cebu Pacific. In the meantime, ang support level ay nandito po sa area to. Nasa 46 po ang support level niya, while resistance nearest, I find it here at 50 pesos. And then, FILRT. Ngayon, si FILRT naman, yesterday nag-breakout pero walang volume. So I wouldn't say this is a breakout actually. Pero may dividend siya. Payment date December 20. Magandang balita to ha. Kung may hawak po kayong FILRT. Kasi you can never go wrong with REITs eh. Most of them though. Kasi kumikita yan eh. And by law, 95% or 90% of the income is given as cash dividend, which is as good or almost as good as the preferred. Actually, better pa nga ito ng preferred kasi these are in general common shares eh. Although they are called REITs, no? Walang expiry date po yung REITs, unlike the preferred, merong ending po yan. Ito po walang expiry. It's a type of common share. Okay? So 111.2 centavos per share. which would make it, compute natin yung dividend yield ni REIT, ni FILRT. So it's 0.112 divided by 7.97. The dividend yield is 1.4% plus, hindi, i-compute natin yung 112.112 plus yung na-issue nyo na dito na, times 2 lang to. So, 224 divided by 7.97. Uy, 2.8%. Ngayon, net of tax minus 10%, that's 2.5%. If this is from August to November, okay, or December yung bigayan kasi. So since this is half year, yung 2.5%, pwede mong i-times 2 yan. Half a year, kumita ka ng 5% net of tax. Not bad. Magandang dividend rate na po yan. Okay, so that's for FILRT, and the support level is here. Nearest, nandito po yung support level niya. Ngayon, very thin po yung resistance level kasi nagpo-form pa lang po siya dito. Ngayon, yung support level is based on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 candlesticks lang po. The support below that is here. Kasi po, nag-IPO lang po si FILRT noong August eh. So, yan po ang aking take for FILRT. And then, finally, we have Globe. Si Globe, ang fundamentals niya, kasi kung titingnan natin, Globe Telecoms 2850, so overvalued na po ito, pero iba po kasi ang technical sa fundamentals eh. So maaaring overvalued po yung stock, pero merong ang lakas po ng trend ni Globe. In fact, tumaas pa siya ng 190 pesos today or 5.52%. Kung if you're trend following Globe, congratulations po. Kasi dati po nandito lang po yan eh. Nung August po ay nasa wala pa 2,000 level eh. Nasa 1880 lang po, no? Ngayon, nag-double na siya. 3630. So, under the candlestick po siya and bullish po. RSI is mataas, 69. May dividendo po si Glow, 27. And, tingnan natin dito. 27 din nung August. And then, nung May, 27 din siya. Tapos dito, February 20, apat na 27. And then, November. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and 4. So, apat na 27. Computin natin ang dividend yield ni Glow, ha? 27 pesos times 4, you get 108 divided by 3630, 2.975. You remove the tax of 10%, 2.677. Pero mas mataas pa rin yung REIT. Kasi half a year, 2.5 na siya. I-times 2 mo yun, di 5. Diba? Ito for the whole year siya, 2.6 or 2.7% for the year. That is for the dividend yield based on the latest closing price of 36.30. So yan po, no? Ang support, let's take EMA 50 as our support, yung 3099. At yung, yan, tama po. But resistance, I cannot tell, no? So, yung support niya ay nasa EMA 50, 3099 or 31, yung pinaka-support po niya. But the 3630 is the 52-week high. And hindi natin masabi pa yung resistance for lack of data. Isang candlestick lang po kasi yan. Maraming pong salamat. Yan po ang ating report sa stock market. November 19, 2021. Mag-Christmas shopping na po tayo para umiwas sa siksikan. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Maraming pong salamat sa inyong pagsubaybay. Hanggang sa muli, happy weekend, God bless, and bye for now.